thought you were gonna say something else. You allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Agenda approved. So motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting, March 1st.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Minutes approved. Communications.
Been working with the lake out there, trying to get some stuff cleaned up. Trying to get contractors in to load up a big pile of junk and trash. Just things that's been neglected for 40 years, so I'll talk to three different contractors. Hopefully they get all back to me and I can get that accomplished by the end of the month, so. That's all I have for the week.
Just give me, I'm trying to think of what I did. I look at my calendar now.
Alan?
I had a call from Nick on Tuesday, I think it was, concerned about the concrete on the floor and how they were priming it down. And he wasn't very satisfied with the way it was coming out. So I went and looked at it, and then I called up John Bushon, and he was actually in Norway, so he was able to come there right away to take a look at it, and he agreed. And I think you all got the email, but they went ahead and at his dime for an extra $3,500 and took it and another grit, which should enable the toilet engineer's office to be polished appropriately and look good.
You don't think done it yet, Alan?
I do not know. I was gonna go over after the meeting and take a look at
Dylan,
it. You know,
They've been there all week.
they did it.
I'll go with you.
I haven't been there, but their trucks have been there, so what they've been actually doing, I don't know.
I'll go with you too. I was gonna do a buzz around the courthouse too if we get out early.
Very good.
Oh, should.
Are you an eye on this one?
Pretty much all I got right.
I just, had some communications with, where is it at? I just had it, Jody from the 6th Judicial District, and they're, planning to come out to each, the director plans to come out to each board just to talk within the district, questions, answers, information. He was wanting to see if he could be on the agenda on Friday, May 31st at 9 a.m. I emailed back and said we normally have our engineer come in at 9 a.m. Would 10 a.m. work for you if that works for Randy, for the 6th Judicial District Director to come in and talk to us, May 31st at 10 o'clock. Or 9:30 if we think, but Nick usually needs more than a half hour, don't he?
He's gonna get here at 9:30.
They're the only person, so 9:45 would be the first. What time do you want? 10?
10, yeah. Well, what time's Nick?
He's at 9:15, but I can do 9:45 is the first available.
Yeah, that's fine, because that's closer to the 9 you wanted, so. And then that's pretty much all I had for the week. I did get some correspondence from, the one out, on the Iowa Johnson Road that we discussed with before about the quality of the road, and, I didn't hear it from him, but I got some scuttle that he was kind of disappointed that the only response he got back from was the, engineer. He never got a response back from a supervisor. So I'm gonna, if you guys don't mind, I'll talk to Nick and prepare a response back to him. Cause if you remember that email he sent us, he did have a lot of questions in there, and, you know, I apologize to him. We just kind of overlooked answering his questions, and I think we should try and answer his questions.
I think I talked to Nick about it, so he's been in contact with him back when that email came out.
He was, but it was very short and brief and didn't answer the questions he asked the supervisors about funding and so forth. So I can talk to Nick, and if one of you guys wants to collaborate with me, we can write something up, or I'll write something up and show it to you guys before I send it. Whatever works for you. How about I do that? I'll write something up, send it to you guys. You guys think you want to add something to it? Especially you guys with more experience on the budget and where the money's going and things like that, so. But I just wanted to follow up on it. And I haven't talked to the guy to tell him I was going to. But I can resend the email to you guys so you can review it too, to see what the responses were, and what his questions were. That's all I had.
I forgot, Al and I had Farm Bureau Monday night, the supervisor one. Per usual, the focus was on the ending fund balance. And I brought an ending fund balance worksheet. I didn't have an updated one, but I had one that we were working on, like working with during our budget process, at least for an idea of where we ended last year. And I tried to go through like and explain like there's what 20 some funds that we have on that thing.
They usually have different numbers, way different than ours.
Yeah, and they match technically, but not. So I try to explain to them that, you know, out of these 25 funds that are all contributing to that 15 million that they're seeing at that, you know, is what they're balking at. There's only like 3 funds that are actually property tax, which is general, supplemental, and rural. We have some property tax in the engineers fund, and we had like 4 million in that one. But we give the same amount of property tax every year to the engineers. So I said, that's kind of beyond the point. So I try to explain that of those 3 funds, there was, you know, that's the only ones that you really need to be concerned about. We're not sitting on $15 million of property taxes. The rest of it, you know, we have some ARPA funds in there, opioid settlement, we have the sheriff's forfeiture, the attorney's forfeiture, we have all these funds, conservation reserve, conservation donation, Pioneer Cemetery. Like there's all these things in there that are not really part of that number or whatever. So I tried to explain to them that, and I don't think I got my point across all the way as I would like. So I am planning on preparing something today to send back to them, like kind of like, I might do it in a spreadsheet format. I don't know how to make it the most clear, like a pie chart of like how much was in there and how much was actually property taxes, and I'll just CC you guys all on that. But obviously it won't be on behalf of the board. I'll do it for myself, but I'll CC you guys on it so you can see what I'm putting through.
Yeah, we had to explain a little bit that starting July 1st, we have to have some carryover because there's projects and monies needed appropriated to immediately fulfill obligations to other departments as well. And, you know, we have to have some money kept in reserve to jumpstart the new fiscal year too. So.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not official.
No, I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna do ending fund balance from last year. That's what they're doing. When we closed out last year is what they're concerned about.
Okay.
So I got a new one from Brandy, so I'm gonna show them. And part of that, Brandy, too, is that bond proceed that came in right before the end of the fiscal year, wasn't it? Yeah, so anyways, I'm going to draft something up and send it over to them, hopefully to settle things down a little bit. I don't know how else to, clearly get them to understand what we're trying to talk about, I guess. Because clearly we're not sitting on a big kitty of money. And otherwise.
Like I told, we're not sitting on the golden goose.
Yeah. Yeah.
I met with Bear about the county home, about occupancy. There must be some new form to have out to find out how many showers, how many bathrooms per head, how many washers and dryers, how many exits. So Dylan got me the blueprints. I took them down there and they took pictures of them going from there. And the other thing I'm going to bring up, and I think we've talked about this before, when we put a mass email out to all the supervisors, we can't respond because it's an illegal meeting. We can't give opinions, just to let you know.
You're talking about my letters?
What?
You're talking about my letters? Me asking for.
So like when you asked about putting an agenda, that show probably should have been just to me.
Oh, sorry, I thought I meant to just do it to you and then I kind of forgot.
Stuff like that. Otherwise,
Yeah.
There's a gray area there and you don't want to cross it.
Yeah, no, I think I meant to just send it to you and I might have forgotten. Oh,
And then,
go
and then the letter of support that we're seeking from EasyCog, she'll said she'll do it, and I figured I'll do it after this meeting, because we were gonna talk about which amount of money we're gonna shoot for, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did get a hold of her and she'd be glad to do it.
Okay,
Mary,
Yeah.
That's,
We need to discuss the, whatever I finally caught up on emails yesterday. I know I saved it. I pinned it. Okay, the tobacco and nicotine thing afterwards. You and I need to talk about that policy that she emailed us about.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know either. So we'll discuss it after the meeting, but
Okay.
don't let me forget.
That's all I got. Open forum, what's up, nothing? We can move on to Dylan.
I good to go?
Yep.
Let's welcome Dylan to the podium.
There you go. I got two.
Oh, yeah. That's a hard time.
That's a good one.
All righty.
Well, when you type in size 30 font,
Hey,
It's fun.
Yeah, it is fine today. My eyes are not working today very well.
I don't even need my readers.
hey,
It's
I'm pretty sure
fun.
you can post it behind Kevin. I could read it.
Remember when we went through line items, you had that one for paper in there?
Yeah, I know.
There we go.
This is how you wrote your reports in school, so you get 10 pages in.
Teacher going, holy, there you go.
It'll work. So anyways, the courthouse lawn, I did receive bids on to redo that. And then me and Alan had a discussion about maybe doing it ourselves, but I just wanted to get your guys' opinion. So the lowest bidder would have been Green Top out of Parnell there. And they're $6,500. So I don't know how you guys feel, but if we were to do it ourselves, I think we would need to rent equipment, because we don't have, I mean, I have some equipment, but I don't think I have all the equipment.
Is this just the north side or everywhere?
Everywhere.
Actually, I do. I've got a skid loader with a bucket, and then I've got a tractor with a rotiller. So I think we could, if we opt to go that route, I just think, you know, I can maybe knock it out in a day, but let's see what everybody thinks. I mean, I'm not a professional.
I don't think that's that bad for that big a yard.
Did they say how much dirt that we're gonna have to haul in to make it?
2 loads.
2 loads.
2 loads of dirt.
We need to push that, when it rains, push away from the courthouse.
All right.
Yeah, I don't
So we almost need to build up the grade from the courthouse and slope it away. to the
Yep.
side.
Or they'll probably have lasers and they'll be able to do it correctly.
Is
Like I
this,
said.
is this including the drainage in for that, or is that totally separate?
So me and Dean Trimpey were talking, and he kind of steered me away from the pop-up emitters themselves. As he said, they work good in the summer.
All that.
I was just gonna say, if that's the way to do it, now that the yard source up's the time to do it.
So you run the eaves into the ground and run a tile out about 20 feet, just let it drain out onto the ground at 20, 30.
I mean, Trippy just said, just get some tile and run it above ground. And then when you go to mow, just take it, move it back into the flower bed, and then when you're done mowing, move it back out into the yard.
That'd be the cheapest.
And you don't gotta worry about stuff freezing.
Yeah, then you have that tile over the ground.
Did you retrieve our tube that's laying in the neighbor's yard? That black
Well,
tube,
no,
when it blew last week or the last before?
treated. Not treated. But yeah, I mean, sounds like the way to go, is just to leave it above ground.
What about those, you ever seen those rollouts when it rains, they roll out,
I haven't seen those.
dump the water and then they roll back in?
I don't know, there could be some of
I
that.
don't know, I've seen them in residential grade, but not in commercial grade.
That'd be probably pretty good pipes coming out there.
It's 5-inch copper coming down, so you did, and trying to find something that's 5 inches is pretty uncommon, so you'd have to go to a 6.
See, I was thinking if you had like your downspout comes down, then it dumps into like a tile reservoir, you want a round reservoir that's underneath the downspout but not hooked to it. Water goes into that, goes underground, a few feet or whatever, and then tile it underground about
French drain.
10 feet, then it,
Like-
then it
like-
peaks out and it drains out into the yard out there.
Like a leach field?
Well, no, it'll come out just right out of the tile into the ground. The tile will be cut at an angle with the ground, so that way, you know, the water's running. Or another thing would be to look at did you go down and look at the Legion, Alan, what they did?
A little bit, and I drove by it.
Theirs comes right out onto the street or the parking lot.
But their distance is a lot closer.
Right.
I'd rather do something like that than a black pipe, because you
How does that work with an insurance claim and getting people to do insurance work for us? Is that another thing we gotta get multiple bids on, or do we just get a hold of this guy because he did it before?
we're struggling to get multiple bids on it, since it's commercial and it's small.
Well, the way Charlie was talking yesterday, he has repaired eastbounds out there before,
I don't remember, could have been.
so I mean, like I said, when do I need to get multiple bids and when I don't?
Let's see what it's gonna cost us. Well, you know,
Well, one would be just our deductible,
yeah,
so that's what, $1,000?
$1,000, I think is what John Dan said.
So then technically we wouldn't need two bids because it's only gonna cost us $1,000. Correct?
Right.
Alright. I'll do more research.
Cause we gotta get it fixed sooner than later, it'd be a lot easier to fix it when there's nobody out there.
Well, and he also said that the reason that keeps on happening is because the snow will build up on the roof and there's not enough insulation inside. So then the heat from the inside warms up the roof, melts it during the day, then it freezes at night.
Okay, so it didn't help that we had 24 inches in a week and we
Well,
keep it,
I'm sure that some of it,
they kept it 90 degrees in there.
well, that probably part of it.
Yeah. They don't have the thermostat set right or some issue, it's like 90 degrees in there.
Really?
It's hot.
Are they paying for that?
Yeah, so we're done.
Yeah, we ain't paid for that.
Where was that at?
County home.
That's hot.
There's nobody in there?
Nobody's in there.
Something's wrong with thermostat, and it's just.
It's on the inside, that's their job to take care of. And they're well aware of it.
But the thing is that that's what Charlie's saying can prevent this.
I don't ever remember this happening before.
He says it has. And he says the problem is that there's no insulation inside, so the heat from the building warms up the roof, freezes and melts, and it just keeps on building and building and building until we get temperatures above freezing, and then it just.
So it only tore it off in those U spots, didn't tear off everywhere, so I don't know if I'm quite buying that yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It only tore it off with the big drifts we're at. What do you say about the seams being bent over?
On the roof?
Did he
Snow
just,
and ice.
no, we can fix that, he just leave
Yeah,
it?
bend them over. I mean, standing seam. So we have on the kitchen and the engineer's office. The fastener's hidden, so as long as you don't expose the fastener, you'll be okay.
All right, any other questions for Devlin? Thank you, sir.
What time are you guys gonna be over at the engineer's office? Just give me a call. Here you go. And I'll go over with you.
Things go right, be under by 10.
Yep, keep moving.
Yep, I'll get out of here then. You guys have a good weekend.
Hey, glad you guys see us.
See you in a bit, Dylan.
Liquor licenses. Management, we saw those. Community funding project letter support, W21D, Avenue 320 South to the county line.
Did everybody have a chance to read that?
Yeah, I thought it looked good.
So are we going after the 2 miles or the 5 miles?
I think the 2, because everyone else is writing it for the 2. All these other entities are writing it for the 2, so I feel like we can't go back now. We would have had done that.
This would be our one time probably to get this all done. Is my issue.
But we would have to have all these entities change their letters.
I'm just saying, if you want to do this, I mean,
I thought we talked in the match too, I thought we talked, that's why last week we decided we would just do the 2.
If the group wants to continue with that, that's fine. I'm just giving my opinion.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing too.
Nick, I mean, he mentioned that he could swing the match, but
And I'm not saying we're gonna get the money, but I don't know, you go big or stay home, or just think we can get what we can get.
And like I said, it's once in a lifetime, or once in a blue moon chance here, probably.
I've been trying for. 15
Once every
years,
year, yeah.
Yeah, a long time. But Nick, he did address some concerns with me too about, buying the right of way. We have no idea we haven't got that figured yet.
I was told by, obviously people say, well, they heard this and they heard that, but I heard the last time that they were seriously looking at, I don't know if Kevin was around it or not, that some of the residents in the area volunteered to donate the right away.
I think we'd probably find that on some of them, but then you're gonna have one or two that are probably gonna.
Yeah, just condemn it, whatever.
But the same guy said the right away was an engineer or an inspector, and he said he's found that the right of ways are quite more expensive now than they were
Well, if you are, I'd say.
10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, which that's why I wish Nick was here.
Didn't Nick also say that we could do part of it this year and reapply again next
Well, if you might not have the funds again next year, it's up
year? I
here.
mean, that's what we all voted on. I mean, that's to do the 2. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to have it all done. But,
Do you think it might hurt our chances if it's not all connected?
You see, that's another double-edged sword, Joe. We're asking for a little bit because then you got a shot, or do you ask for it all because it's got connectivity?
He thought what was the average price, the average gonna be what was his average? I can't remember. What did he say?
Per mile?
What he's thinking, what the average gift from this project is.
5.
So we would be 3 over.
Or 100, right?
Yeah. 3 over, but then you'll probably have some other place that's gonna be, $1 million, it might be a couple more under, $1 million under. So see what I'm saying? But you might also have people who are gonna be 3 over like us too.
My honest opinion is we're connecting 2 Republican counties and she's probably gonna devote larger.
That is. Sign these every year. This is the insurance, what is the terminology? Consult fee collection agreement. Can we pass this around?
I read it or scanned it, I guess.
Any concerns? It's been checked by Lou.
Make motion.
Is there a second?
All second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. Resolution 2024-3-8, local assistance and tribal consistency fund allocation. Yeah, I think I did it right. We like to make sure our tribal funds stay consistent.
Kind of like the ARPA money, we just have to do a resolution before we officially spend it.
Is there a motion to approve it?
moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. I'll sign this when I get done. So I can keep going. Community fund project, North Maplewood Avenue, water main line project letter of support. Okay, so I'll speak quickly before the motion gets made. My only concern is if there's only this pot of money, do we need to help somebody else get the pot of money that we're after?
That's kind of what's like, why
My-
I'm doing it.
That's what
They're
I'm worried
doing one
about.
for us, Nick asked them, and the city council's doing one for our project, so keep that in mind. And also my thought process on it is neither of us know where she's targeting or what she's gonna wanna do anyways, and I hate to say like, you know, you guys shouldn't even apply, or, well, we should apply, and we don't even get it when they could have gotten it. My other thought process is, our letter of support isn't gonna hurt. They're already getting letters of support from the senators, the House of Reps. I see all these other entities, they're applying anyways, what's one more letter of support? And they're doing it in return to us.
How much is it funded?
It's in that thing.
It's in that letter.
That's the only thing, it's just, I don't know, I just feel weird about helping somebody get the money that we're trying to get.
I get that, but like, if they're gonna apply anyway, so another letter of support really isn't gonna make or break it. And at the end of the day, to be honest, I don't think any of these letters of support are gonna make a bit of difference. What they're gonna do is examine where they need the votes, where they don't need the votes, and they're probably not gonna even really bother reading all these
To
letters.
me, either project's gonna benefit our constituents and benefit our county. So I would
Still can't find them in that letter.
approve going with letter of support as well.
I would agree with John.
Wish I knew what the price is.
I get your point though, Kevin, it's like robbing Peter to pay Paul, almost, or you're.
We gave them funds already out of ours that,
Yeah,
And are we gonna be disappointed if they get it? We don't, because of.
I don't think so. I think it's gonna benefit our
will
county.
they only do one project per county?
I don't know if that'll be the, what she got, how many counties does she have? We got, what, 7 or 8? You know? She have
You know,
Johnson,
and I don't know, I really
does
don't
she have
think,
Johnson County?
I really don't think any of these letters are going to, they're not gonna, I don't think they're gonna get so many applications and stuff, it's gonna be everything's political anymore.
I see where Johnson's gonna benefit both, all our constituents, so, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I've said my piece, so is there a motion?
I'll make the motion,
I'll second it.
Wait, motion to approve it.
approve it and authorize the chair to sign it.
Is there a second?
I'll
Please
second
second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. FY 25 proposed tax budget public hearing, set date and time.
She's got bigger dogs than the other.
it's Monday.
Right, I mean, this is a, that's your blue area right there.
How long do you think they'll take? Mary?
That's the next one.
So the public hearing for
But
this proposed tax
project, she wants to
budget,
change their mind.
I know, let's have on April 1st.
But I think that's clear.
I can let you
So I
see.
think that's almost, it's just what you get right off.
Yeah. And the only reason I need to do it that day is for publication purposes.
They saying April first or March?
They say that April
This
Fool's
is
Day.
March 11th.
This one is the budget one that we're on right
Okay.
At what time? Time TBD or?
now. Monday, April 1st, you guys pick the time.
Is that a payroll day? I think next week would be payroll, isn't it?
It's April 1st.
No.
What's that? Okay. That's next Monday, right? We're talking
We
about?
should do the April.
No, April 1st.
Oh, I was looking at Monday, or sorry, April 1st?
April 1st.
It won't matter to me, I guess I'm fine, I'm fine. with
Yeah, I
it.
can meet any two fools.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
Would it,
You need 3, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be here for you.
No, I need more.
Oh, that's all right.
yeah, 4/5. So I would prefer afternoon if we can, but if it doesn't work, then that's fine.
Whatever works for you guys. I
An
don't need to have it that
opportunity
day.
to be here in the afternoon on the 1st of April would be good.
Okay, let's narrow it down now.
1:30. I'll throw it out.
I'm okay with 1:30.
I'm good with that.
Sal?
Big swing, yeah.
All
I
in
make, I make a motion to set the public hearing for the proposed tax budget on April 1st at 1:30.
For a second,
Second,
all in favor, say aye.
right?
Opposed, say nay. Motion approved. Canvass a vote special election held March 5th, 2024, set date and time.
Okay, so this is the one that I need to have them on. That one, I need to have afternoon.
March 11th.
Is that payroll day?
Yes.
Okay, so can I bring my payroll in the afternoon? Okay.
I'm available anytime.
Let me double check. I got,
I can do nine.
This
How many, what do you need for that one, three
This
of
one
us?
we only need 3.
I can't be here in the afternoon, I'll have to bring it over in the morning, so.
Would be a quick,
It's
9 AM.
I wouldn't be able to
she
come.
said afternoon.
yeah, it has to be afternoon.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
1:30 again?
Sure. I'm fine with
I
that.
may or may not be able to come at 1:30. I can try to.
Like I said, we only need
If you
3.
go, 12:30, I can come.
It has to be. You wanted to talk.
Yes. Do we need to talk to Driver on?